go ahead. Kartikeya Batra.
But I think we are still making up our mind prematurely. You just did something which was a very interesting thought experiment. You said Team India. Team India is the Indian
No, I
cricket
didn't
team.
say Team India. We just
Nana,
said India, but we didn't put
Nana, before
the
when you were
dots.
phrasing your question, you said Team India. I don't know what should I call it. I'm calling it Team India. Remember that?
Yeah.
Team India is Indian cricket team. You think that Indian cricket team doesn't have recall in rural Bihar? I think this is all premature. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think it's a very intuitive name. I agree with the PKD that it will now depend what sort of a new definition you attach with it. That recall value has to be associated by the actions of the front. So I still feel it's too premature to sort of judge whether this is Team India, whether it'll fly or not. I frankly disagree with that, honestly. The one thing I find missing here is, and I was on a show with Sugata sir last night also, is that the inclusive part of India is well known to us now. I think on welfareism, on social inclusivity, this front has shown us its credentials. Where I find a big problem is the aspirational sort of argument. I still don't see an aspirational argument coming from the opposition side. The last thing I want to say is that you said that the prime minister versus all. Now I could flip the argument and say that with today's meeting, it's now become NDA versus whatever India. Now what the opposition has to do is paste two pictures, not with.
By the way, that's
just
the bridge. That's the bridge
and
picture
yeah.
that
No, I was
Doctor
just
that
completing
Sugata
my
was
point,
talking
but
about. Yeah,
I was
sorry.
just
Go ahead.
completing my point that couldn't the opposition do the following? In earlier it used to be the prime minister versus the rest. Now it's the prime minister plus 37 versus the Congress versus 25. Now in a one-on-one battle, you tell me DMK versus AIADMK. You tell me TMC versus the Gorkhaland Party. Who's winning? So
Okay.
I think this can be spun in so many different ways.
And but let me
We can discuss this.
let's wait to see how it evolves. That's a fair point.
Exactly.
Let me give Dr. Manisha Priyam the last word. What's happening is very interesting. The BJP has always, in a way, co-opted nationalism by calling itself this I.N.D.I.A India. The opposition is trying to say, no, we take back some of this nationalism. Now, Kartikeya is right. The BJP could come back with hard hitters. This is the time when you questioned the army here. This is the time when you did this here. This is the time when you didn't stand for a police officer in Batla House. This is the time when Digvijay Singh said this on 26/11. You're also opening yourself to that conversation instead of Bijli Sadak Pani. It's a risk. It could go either way. I just want to get your last thoughts in. Also on the NDA strategy. The NDA putting its muscle flexing there, saying we have Modi, but we also have all these others.
Barkha, thank you for these last words. I'm taking baby steps and I'm learning from all my esteemed co-panelists here. I want to reconsider the fact that I did think initially that this might work for them, but then I saw endorsement and the cricket analogy was right there. And I suddenly saw Bihar enter the mainframe. I didn't do it, but I am now revealing a positionality. I do happen to be that rural Bihari. I am not surprised by the fact that the rural imagery, the imagery of the small, and the brand specialist who's here, who said we are, this is an India that's thinking beyond cars and it's got mobile phones. Now, this opposition conclave did not want to call itself the mobile party of India, although we have a mojo here. So I think they made errors, and these are obvious ones that they could have gone for in Bangalore. They needed to be more tech savvy, and even post the event, this suggestion must go to them as citizens here. But the Sultanganj Bridge, I didn't even know, but Sugata informs me now. That is very important. That is meant that, to show you that the image of Sushashan Babu is that of a collapsing bridge. And for our viewers here, let me tell you that the Sultanganj Bridge is a very important bridge, especially in this month, which is the Sawan Mas, when the Kavadiyas go. And you cross this bridge to be able to go over to the most important of the Shivlingas that we have in that part of the country. So you can see that in a very regional and in a very nuanced way, each one of those who sit in Bangalore today, they will have to look at their report cards. And however much we want to say that it should be a pan India and a mobile or an artificially intelligent society that should look at new party political formations. Each one of those battles, remember, greeting Mr. Modi at the forecourt is none other than Jitan Ram Majhi, somebody who Nitish Kumar anointed as the Chief Minister of Bihar, the Hindustan Awam Morcha Party. So unfortunately, caste, regionalism, local languages will be at the center of the 2024 elections. We have still not decided. I withdraw my early hubris about the name, and I suggest therefore that Mopi may be such a good name to, we must follow advice, and now ultimately all political parties move with
Well,
advice from,
Sugata and others have
and
managed
I
to
want to
change.
reconsider. I do take critique in my stride. Yes.
I would like to say I would like to say that a good debate should do that. It should change some minds, and we've seen one changed mind here.
I hugely respect Manisha ji. So I mean, I will also sort of take some of her points.
Okay, great. Mr. Nambiar, let's end on a convivial note since everybody is being a little convivial.
I just want one point that there is a slight change. The change is that in the last 2019 election, there was a survey after that. 60% of the people have voted not for the local MPs of the BJP, but in the name of Narendra Modi. So let me tell you that in the coming election too, I still consider that if Narendra Modi versus who, it is not going to be just the local MP and his performance will be measured. It will be measured at the national leader and who is pitting against Narendra Modi. And I don't think anybody in this league, till some time ago, I was thinking Kejriwal or maybe somebody like Sharad Pawar. But you see that they are not even able to manage their own party.
And now Aarti wants to come in. Now Aarti wants to come in briefly also. Yes, Aarti? Can we unmute Aarti? Yes.
I agree with you. I think Narendra Modi is quite capable of carrying an entire election on his back. He is such a dominant figure. Why revive the NDA now on the eve of elections? Why suddenly bring 37 parties to Delhi, one-man parties without representation?
Because to show you what you can do,
Why?
I mean, it's obvious. It's to show the opposition what you can do, we can do better. Whatever you do, we'll do better.
So it's a pathetic kind of level. I mean, it's a pathetic level to which the BJP has stooped to compete. That, I'm better, I'm bigger, I'm better than you.
You want to briefly respond? I really do have to close, but
since Mr. Modi is so dominant and so big, let's just concentrate on Mr. Modi. Why bring in all these Jitan Ram Majis and, all these chota, parties?
Why bring in the chota players? Why bring in the chota PKD?
Yes. I think Aarti, what you said, I have huge respect for you, and you generally in every shows wherever we attend together, you have very shortly you say, but this time around with Barka, you are very eloquent. But I can tell you one thing: all these parties coming is symbolic. I don't think that there will be adding too much of a value. It is basically you are in a marketplace wherein you are competing with each other. तुम्हारे पास 26 है तो मेरे पास 38 है. तुम्हारे पास अगर तुम वो 30 कर दोगे तो मैं 40 कर दूंगा. इसके बियॉन्ड मैं इसको कुछ ज्यादा गणित समझता नहीं हूँ. The only thing which we need to understand that is the political leadership do matter. As long as with the current situation we are not seeing that, with Sharad Pawar going down and becoming weaker, and so is Nitish Kumar, and I don't even think that in another 3 months his party will be there. He may be the only lone MLA, and the rest of everybody is joined some other parties. You should not be surprised, and I'm warning you here. And secondly, and the last point, that Akali Dal is waiting for the right time. They are looking for an opportunity to join back the NDA. So yes, the TDP, Naidu. So 40 का तो नंबर तो मैंने अभी बता दिया. 38 के ऊपर 2. TDP and
another family-run party. Barka, another family-run party.
Yes, that's true.
With corruption charges. With pending corruption charges.
That part is true.